Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, I am Shaylee, and in today's video we are going to be talking about the Dresden Files. So I recently started a very long book series because my boyfriend loves this series a lot, and I read the first book back in like 2024 of December, I believe, and I didn't mind it, you know. I thought it was pretty intriguing, but there was just a few things that I just personally didn't really like about it. But so the reason I'm continuing the series is because he's also starting the Vampire Diaries, which is my favorite show, like my most loved show, like since, you know, I was in like middle school, high school. And so I thought that we could do a challenge for both of ourselves where I finish a book, and every book I finish counts towards like a season he has to finish. And yeah, so we're currently doing that. So anyways, back to the Dresden Files. I finished book 1 and 2. Book 1 is Stormfront, book 2 is Full Moon, and right now I'm on book 3, which is called Peril. And the first and second book were okay. The second book I didn't really like that much, honestly. I gave it a 3 stars. Honestly, I probably was being generous doing that, but I mean, I like the concept of full moon, but at the same time Harry Dresden is yeah, I don't know how to describe it, but being in his head isn't great some of the times, so that's all I'm gonna say. Anyways, so book 3, I'm starting to like this book more than book 2 and 1. Obviously more than book 2 because that one was very rough to get through. Yeah. But yeah, so book 3 I am currently reading, which is kind of ghost based, like paranormal activity type situations, and we kind of get to see like what that's all about and like what's going on, because there's a huge paranormal outbreak where ghosts are going rampant and whatnot. So yeah, so that's book 3 right now, and I'm currently like 34% through that book right now. But yeah, so I thought I would just kind of do a video series where I read the Dresden books and I guess see how this goes, because there's like 25, I think there's gonna be 25 books in this series, which is crazy. I don't know how, like, we'll see what happens. From what I understand, so I've heard like the first few books are a bit meh, but after that I guess it gets like starts getting really good. And I'm taking that chance on it. I'm taking the chance because my boyfriend swears it's really good, and you know what, I want to support him and, you know, do things or like consume things, or like, you know what I mean, like I just want to be a part of that as well because he swears that it's really good. So I'm taking his word for it, because that is a very big commitment to read a series that contains 25 books in them, or is going to contain 25 books in them, because there's currently only 20 books out. I can't remember how many books there are right now. I have no idea, but it's up there, so I have a lot of reading to do. But I thought it would be fun to kind of do like a video for like each book. Maybe I don't know, we'll see what happens. No promises, but yeah, I just wanted to like update you guys on reading situations. So I'm currently not reading anything else. I'm just reading the Dresden Files, because if I read any other books, my brain will be all over the place, and yeah, so we're not getting into that. We're not gonna complicate things. So I am doing audiobook for all the books because I have access to his Audible and he has all the books, so we're just gonna do it that way. So yeah, also new bookshelf. It was my birthday the other day and I got a new bookshelf. I'm so happy with it. It's the same one. Obviously I didn't want a different one because I wanted it all to look the same. So yeah, I have another bookshelf. I built it the other day, and I made a very bad mistake doing it at like 6 p.m. I don't know what I was thinking. I'm an upstairs apartment person, and I feel so bad because I completely forgot, because I built this one like 2 years ago. I don't remember like what all went into it. I was just determined to build this thing because I wanted it built. And I felt so bad because I had to hammer in nails. So yeah, that was, I felt really bad. Anyways, yeah, so I thought I would just kind of do a series where I read all the Dresden Files books. So yeah, anyways, I will just update you guys whenever I have updates or just thoughts about the books. So this video will probably be for Grave Peril. The other 2 books, I didn't really think about recording, so those aren't gonna be, you know, those obviously aren't gonna be included in this series, but for every book I read, there will probably be a video of either just vlog style or thoughts or just updates in general, because I don't know how long this is gonna take me. I don't know if I will be recording any other videos besides this right now. I mean, probably like just like monthly reading wrap-ups, which is probably just gonna be me reading the Dresden Files. If I finish I don't even know how I'm gonna do this. Oh Lord. I'm gonna attempt to try to finish other books while reading the Dresden Files, but also I'm not gonna commit to it, because if I can't commit to it, then I'm not gonna commit to it, because these are a lot of books. This is a very big book series. So yeah, tomorrow I'm gonna be going to a silent book club at my favorite coffee shop and bookstore, and I'm very excited for that. Which it's just like you show up and you read whatever you're reading and chill, maybe meet some book buddies. I don't know, I've never been to one of these. So yeah, I will probably record a little bit tomorrow, just not a whole lot because I will be hanging out with my sister. But yeah, so wish me luck. So I just came back from our silent book club at our local bookstore, coffee shop place, and I did get a little bit farther into the Dresden Files. I did read some last night as well. I just didn't record it just because I was so tired and just had other things to do, but I am a little bit more than halfway through Grave Peril, and a lot has happened so far. I am enjoying it a lot more than the last book. I'm liking the plot and just what is happening so far. Yeah, I will say that it was very hard to, so I was listening to the audiobook, and you know, silent book club, right? Everyone's silent. This was like my first time doing like a book club thing, or like a group book club thing where it's just like random people show up and you do, you know, you read. And I was reading the Dresden Files just because I want to get ahead, you know, to try to finish the books on a, like, you know, not to like take too long to finish them. And there was a part that happened immediately after that made me gasp, and then also there was some moments, yeah, anyways, there was a part in the book that made me gasp, and then also made me, I tried so hard not to laugh during the part. I literally had to leave the room to like go to the bathroom just so I could like try not to fucking burst out laughing, because there was just a funny part in there that just I was not expecting, and it just cracked me up really bad. And I had to walk away because there was I could not hold it together. Like I was covering my mouth, like I was just like that. But anyways, I had a really good time. I met some new people that my sister knew, and yeah, I also did maybe get a couple of books because they had some really good options and some options that I'm very interested in. So I thought I would, you know, do it for a birthday present for myself, and it's been a very long time since I've bought myself books. So, and they're used books, so it's like, you know, I don't know. I think I'll enjoy them, and I'm excited to get to those. Obviously, probably not anytime soon, but I'm very intrigued by them. So I thought I would kind of show you guys what I did get from the bookstore. So I first picked up a book called Infinite Country by Patricia Engel. I'm definitely pronouncing that wrong. I'm so sorry. But here's what the book looks like. I've seen this on a book recommendation post literally the other day. I'm like, that looks familiar, and it's literally the book that I saw. But this book is about immigration, and just kind of it's a fiction book, I believe. Yeah. It just sounded really, really interesting. So it's very like real and very like, I mean, this is written by an author who went through immigration processes herself, so kind of just goes in depth with that, and the protagonist's family and whatnot. So I think this would be really, like, I'm looking forward to reading this. It just seems really good, and it might make me emotional more than likely. I'm not entirely too sure, but yeah, I think definitely for this year, I definitely want to diversify my reads more than just reading like fantasy, romance, horror. Like, I want to diversify my reading, especially with authors in general. Like, even if it's not like, you know, something like real, you know what I mean? Like, I want to diversify my reads. So I think that's a big goal of mine this year, and that I've kind of stepped my toe into reading more lately. So I think it's just really important for anybody to step out of their comfort zone. And sorry, my cat is playing with this toy right now. I think it's really important for people to step out of their comfort zone and find reads that, you know, challenge our brains and just make us think. I think it's super important, so I'm very excited to get to this. I will probably honestly read this soon because of everything happening right now in America. So yeah, this is actually why I saw this book, and it was recommended of books to read, and I think it was fate, because like this was just sitting on the top shelf of the bookshelf, and I was like, you know what, I'm gonna get it because like I want to read it. So yeah, I'm very excited for this. And the next book that I got was, I've never heard anything about this book, but I saw it was like the book of the month pick, and it's called The Teller of Small Fortunes. Look at this cover. There's a cat, which made me intrigued. Like, this cover is so pretty. It's by Julie Leong. I hope I'm saying that correctly, but it's so beautiful. Okay, I'm not a fan of the orange and blue, but that's fine. I think the cover makes up for it, but other than that, you know, it's fine. November 2024. So this was a November 2024 pick, it seems like. I don't know. I don't really know a whole lot about book of the month. I've seen things about it. Anyways, so a wandering fortune teller finds an unexpected family in this warm and wonderful debut fantasy. I think this is up my alley. Wow, okay. Tao is an immigrant fortune teller traveling between villages with just her trusty mule for company. She tells only small fortunes, whether it will hail next week. This is what is currently happening when I'm talking about books. He's playing with his toys right now. Also, don't mind the toolbox. It's still out from me building the bookshelf the other day. But Chetty, what are you doing, baby? Anyways, back to the book. I've been distracted by my own cat. Okay, so she tells only small fortunes, whether it will hail next week, which boy the barmaid will kiss, when the cow will calve. Oh my god, that's hard to say. She knows from bitter experience that big fortunes come with big consequences. Even if it's a lonely life, it's better than the one she left behind. But a small fortune unexpectedly becomes something more when a semi-reformed thief and an ex-mercenary recruit her into their desperate search for a lost child. Soon, they're joined by a baker with a need for adventure and, of course, a slightly magical cat. Tao starts down a new path with I cannot read right now. Tao starts down a new path with companions as bright-hearted as her fortunes are small. But as she lowers her walls, the shadows of her past close in, and she'll have to decide whether to risk everything to preserve the family she never thought she could have. So it sounds really intriguing, and plus, obviously, like, I had to get it because, fortune teller and a magical cat, like, that just seems amazing. Like, of course I'm going to get this book. Like, look at this, just look at the cover. Like, that's amazing. Anyways, I'll move on. So I'm very excited to get to that as well. Obviously, this will probably be more of like a later year thing, or maybe even next year, because I'm a slow reader, but we'll see what happens. So the next book, I have heard so many good things about this book, and I feel like I was just shocked to see it like in a used bookstore. I don't know why, but I've heard so many good things about this, and it's the Hacienda by Isabel Canas. Canas? I'm butchering names today. I don't know. I'm horrible at pronouncing names. But this is like a horror, right? Like it says, in the aftermath of the Mexican War of Independence, a young woman is certain that her wealthy new husband and his remote estate will save her, but something sinister lurks within the hacienda's walls. Can't talk, man. I feel like I might need to get the audiobook for this to tandem read, because I feel like this would be such a good audiobook for like spooky vibes. I think I might do that because this just seems really fun. Or not fun, but it seems really good to like read like for scary, spooky vibes. So I'm very excited to read this. A thing of uncanny, chilling beauty, hauntings, exorcisms, incantations, forbidden love, transports one to a world where love triumphs over demons. I don't know what is going on with my body right now. But yeah, I thought I would just kind of show you guys my little book haul because I'm very excited to get to these. Like, it's been so long since I've bought a book for myself, and used books, I like buying used books more than new books. Anyways, I thought I would just kind of give you guys a little tiny book haul and just talk about updates about Grave Peril. Yeah, I don't think I'm going to spoil anything for the Dresden Files because I don't know. I'm very picky about doing that because I want people to, I don't want to share anything that, like, what if you read it one day, or if you want to read it like the Dresden Files, I don't want to share that and you guys being spoiled for that, or anybody in general who comes across my videos. I always want to just kind of update with how I'm feeling and like how the book is making me feel, I guess. So, or anything that I just found funny, like little things. I won't spoil anything, but I will say that this book is definitely more enjoyable than the last one by far, way by far, because holy cow, I had such a hard time getting through Full Moon because of certain things in the book. I'm sure if you read it, you probably understand what I'm talking about, but it's definitely a lot better in this book. And I mean, there's still a few moments where I'm like, does this need to be said? Or like, you know, just certain things that I feel like don't need to be said, like, or observed, or you know what I mean? Like, it just doesn't need to happen, but it's definitely not as bad as last book. So I take that as a win, because if it was anything like the last book, I probably would stop reading it. But I'm having hope that that the book series will continue to get better, and I don't know, maybe one day be my favorite series. We'll see what happens. No promises, but you know, I'm challenging myself and I'm putting myself out there to do something or start something new, and goals, and yeah, so I think that's all I really have to update. Yeah, I'm very excited about these 3 books though, and very excited to just dive into something new other than like books you find on TikTok or whatever. Like, nothing bad about those books, but I think for starting out, I think it was definitely much needed to get me into the reading space and to get me interested in reading again. But now that I have been reading more, I think I'm excited to diversify my reading. And I've even been interested in like non-fiction books. Like, I've been interested in starting like picking up non-fictional books, just like, I don't know what, I don't know. I have no ideas as to what I want to like get, but yeah, so I will update you guys whenever I have a new update, or if I need to, or if I feel like I need to update. Good morning, everyone. So I finished Grave Peril last night. I had about like 57 minutes left of the book, and a lot has happened since the last time I've updated you, because I read over like 50%. So, yeah, I I will say I did enjoy this book a lot more than the last one, especially like for plot and just like it kept my attention most of the time. I like the new character Michael. I liked Susan a lot in this book. If you know, you know. So I'm not gonna give any spoilers, just that, you know, there's been new characters in the books or in the series so far. So or at least one well, there's been multiple new characters obviously, but like main characters, I guess. But yeah, so I finished Grave Peril, and I will say at the end I did get a bit emotional, honestly, which I was not expecting. I was reading it like late in the night and, you know, just listening to the audiobook, and yeah, I don't know, it honestly made me really like kind of just emotional. Like I was not, I don't know how to feel. Like I'm excited to get to the next book to kind of see what happens. I have a little bit of an idea of what the next book might be about or what the main plot will be, but I guess we'll find out. But yeah, so I did rate this book, Grave Peril, 3.75 stars. It was almost a 4-star for me, but there were obviously some things in there that just kind of like take that down. And I think a lot of that was just, I think most of that was because of how Harry Dresden is most of the time. If you know, you know. I don't want to like spoil anything. I mean, it's not really spoilers, it's just like it kind of, I think some people don't mind it. I mind it quite a bit because it just feels random and just unnecessary, but there's just some things that Harry kind of thinks about when he sees women, I guess, and like it's certain women. And also just made me kind of upset because like he is dating another woman and like he just has these thoughts all the freaking time, and I'm like, sir, like calm your fucking self, because you need to just not, like you just need to not. It's just really aggravating, I guess. That's the only part that I just cannot, I just don't like. I don't like it. And yeah, so I'm hoping it gets better as the series goes on. I will say it was better in this book than the last book, I kid you not. I don't think I listened, so I listened to romance books, okay? I mean I love romance books. I love romantasy. I read freaking Fourth Wing, and you know that has some spice in it, you know, because it's a romantasy book, it's an adult book, and I don't think I've heard the word naked that many times in a damn book. It was insane. Like, that was in Full Moon. Like, I kid you not. It was just constant. And I'm just like, okay, I get it. Like, I get it. I don't care. I don't care. I'm sorry. I ranted this about my boyfriend because he reads these books, and he just started the new book yesterday, which just came out. And yeah, I don't give a shit if they're naked. I don't care. If you need to explain something that they are, do it once and be done. Don't keep bringing it up, because I wanted to stab my ears out. I'm sorry. I wanted to stab my ears out. It was horrible. But this book was definitely better in a sense of being like that. So, like, and you can say that there is a reason for it, but at the same time, if that's what they do and that's what they usually present themselves as because of a certain reason, I understand. You don't need to explain it to me like 5 million fucking times. Anyways, sorry for the rant. It just was really annoying, and that's why I just honestly did not care for the second book at all. Like, it was, some of it was cool, but at the same time, it just, there was just its moments, you know, it just had its moments. But yeah, so the third book was pretty good. I really like the new character Michael. I think he's pretty great. I like Charity. I like Susan. I like Susan, but at the same time, I think I need to still know a little bit more about her to kind of get like a opinion, I guess. Because I feel like we don't really get to see that a whole lot. I think we, like, I don't know. Like, we do and we don't. I don't know. I don't really have a solid opinion of Susan. It's just that I will say that the ending of Grave Peril was pretty emotional. So, yeah. Anyways, I think I'm going to leave this vlog here because I'm gonna be starting summer night tonight. So, yeah, I will probably update a little bit more with the next book just because I've been so busy while reading this book, but I'm hoping. I really like this series. I mean, I was a little bit doubtful in the beginning, but after this book, I'm feeling a little bit hopeful. I'm feeling a little bit hopeful about it. So, but yeah, so if you guys enjoyed this vlog, I hope you guys did enjoy it, or if you're interested in the Dresden Files, definitely try it out. I think the first book is pretty good. It's a lot to unfold, but going from there, I think you can kind of get the sense of Harry Dresden. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did enjoy this video, I would really appreciate it if you guys could give this video a like, or maybe subscribe if you want to. No pressure, but I will be doing videos of me reading all the Dresden books besides book 1 and 2 because that was already done. And you know what, I was like, this would be a really good idea, and then I at least I'm starting it now and now like 18 books ahead. So yeah, anyways, I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.